Hey, here's a different type of video for you all. So you probably know that Jagex is currently running a poll asking us whether or not we want a new skill. And I've had this skill idea for a while and I really wanted to talk about it. I don't expect this to go anywhere. I mean, everyone's already talking about sailing, so I imagine that's probably the skill that will eventually be added to the game. And I'm happy to have sailing. I just wanted to talk about my idea because I'm genuinely passionate about it. And I encourage everyone to do the same. If you have a new skill idea that you're actually passionate about and you don't just want it added to the game so that you can feel cool that Jagex listened to your idea and put it into the game, you should make a video like this yourself, or a Reddit or Twitter post, or even just talk about it with your friends. Because it's fun and I love seeing people be creative. So what is my idea for a new skill? Taming. Not summoning, it's not the same thing, I swear, just hear me out. When you think of a medieval MMO, you probably first think of some adventurer wearing cool armor, fighting bosses, and saving villages. But there's another factor to this trope that RuneScape is missing: animal companions. I know we have pets, but they're purely cosmetic and you don't really take them out when you're going bossing or anything most of the time, because they just get in the way and there's a chance you could lose them. If you've ever played Minecraft, you probably know that feeling when you go on adventures with your dog and you desperately don't want them to get hurt, but you want to take them everywhere. I want that, but in RuneScape. I mean, we already have the quest Gertrude's Cat, where you get a pet that you can raise and then use to gather resources, but it just ends there and no one uses cats once they're done with all of the cat quests. So what if we expanded on that? Here's my idea. You could choose an animal to tame and maybe feed it a certain type of food. So for example, you could feed the stray dog some bones, and if your taming level is really low, you might fail and you have to use more bones on the stray dog. But eventually you'll manage to tame him and he'll be your new pet. You can then take the stray dog with you wherever you want. And certain animals would be able to do certain things, like let's say a dog could help you train hunter but wouldn't be able to help you in battle. You could go train your dog's hunter level, and every time he gets a successful catch, you would gain a bit of hunter XP too. Maybe you could train hunter alongside your dog for more XP. Training your pet's skills would of course give you taming XP, but there could be multiple ways to train taming. If you wanted to keep one pet because you're emotionally attached after training hunter with him for 5 minutes, you could just keep him forever and train up his stats. Or you could find another dog and breed them, and raising a puppy would give you more taming XP than just taming a wild animal. And then with the dogs you don't want, you could sell them like how you trade cats for death runes and West Arty. Maybe someone out there needs a dog to go hunting with them and you could sell them a dog for certain items or GP. And the higher your dog's stats, the more you get when selling them. Or you could do the same taming process with dragons and then choose to either keep a pet dragon or kill them for the same drops you would get from regular dragons. Maybe there could also be an option to sell dragons, because I would feel really bad killing them. I imagine there would be some type of animal farm for each player, like how you have your own house. Maybe it could be an extension of your POH, so you could train taming without a farm, but it's easier to have a farm and it would allow you multiple animals at once. But this would require a construction level, and maybe higher con would allow you to build a pen that can hold more animals or allow you to build more pens. Some animals are dangerous and taming a wild animal could get you attacked, so you could wear purely defensive gear when you're going out to tame a dragon. And failing would make you take damage, but you know it's worth it in the end once you have 2 dragons tamed. You can breed them and then their baby is a lot easier to raise. So this skill wouldn't be viable. You would only really spend money on food to tame animals initially or to raise them from babies. Maybe a few low-level animals you could buy, like cats you can already buy from Gertrude. So I guess it's not exactly a gathering skill, but it would require some supplies similar to Slayer. There could be a lot of variety, like you could teach your dog tricks to purely train your taming skill, but then they don't sell for as much as a hunting dog. But then training your dog's hunting gives you slower taming XP, so it's just a matter of whether you want more XP or more GP. Or you could choose to keep your pet forever and gradually train taming by having them do activities with you. Also, it could be balanced so that if you take a level 1 dog hunting, they'll actually get you less hunter XP than you would get without them because they're clumsy and scare off the animals. So it doesn't necessarily increase your hunter XP per hour just by having an animal companion. You'd have to train them up to get to that point. Kind of like how Dayalt Essence is slower in the long run for training runecrafting, because in the time spent mining all of that essence, you could just be training runecrafting and get more XP. But if you hate runecrafting and like AFKing, then it's perfect for you because it makes runecrafting faster in the time spent actively training it. Different animals would have different skills, like a dragon could help you train fire making. You could use your logs on your dragon instead of using a tinderbox, or have a cat that helps you train fishing, or you could raise a hellhound to help you in battle like thralls. But if you die, you lose your pet and have to train a new one from scratch, so you have to be careful taking your pet with you on slayer tasks. I think this could be a fun skill and makes sense in RuneScape. I mean, we already have cats that you can raise and train and use to kill rats for resources. It would just be a whole skill. I think it should be different from the cosmetic pets we have in the game right now, so you wouldn't be able to get a squirrel from Taming, for example. And I know it sounds intimidating because it would be a skill that could affect other skills, but I trust that Jagex could work with the community to make it balanced. I'm sure whatever new skill we'll get will be well thought out. Jagex does not want to lose players, obviously. Also, please just give me the ability to adopt the stray dogs in Varrock. Like, we could have a quest where you train the stray dogs and adopt them out or something. We don't have to have a new skill, I just want the stray dogs to have homes. Maybe I'm the only person who thinks this is a good idea, but I just wanted to at least get this out there because it's been on my mind for a while. So let me know what you guys think without being too harsh, please. It's just a silly idea, please don't roast me. Personally, I think a new skill would be a good change of pace for RuneScape. It's not like RuneScape 2 had the same set of skills all the way from Classic. There have been some new skills added before EOC. So saying you don't want a new skill because it doesn't fit the old school vibe is silly, and OSRS really isn't RS2 anymore. Honestly, if old school RuneScape never had any updates, I would have played for like a month and then quit. It would be really boring without updates. I just want to know the excitement of logging in when a new skill is released and seeing everyone trying out different methods to find the meta. Kind of like how in leagues everyone is doing stuff they wouldn't normally do and trying to figure out the new best methods. I was around when Construction was released, but I was like 8 and didn't have membership. And when Summoning was released, I still didn't have membership, so I just never got that experience of participating in a new skill on day of release. I think it would be fun, and I think Jagex will work with the community and design something that will fit neatly into RuneScape. Of course, if you just don't want a new skill anyway, that's fair, but I really feel like we're going to get a new skill, so I'm sorry to those of you who don't want it. Anyway, thanks for watching this random video and listening the whole way through. Let me know your proposed skill ideas, I'd love to see them. I'll see you in the next video, which will be a regular Group Iron Man video. Goodbye, friends.